A warm welcome to Soul Ascension Frequency Channel. I invite you to take a moment to stop and to spend some time to reflect, to question things, to go inwards, to really come to a place of your truth. And as we continue to think about how we can be in the energetic balance of us and bring that balance into our lives, it starts within us and moves into our lives. And it's on a mental, emotional, spiritual, physical level, all our energetic bodies combined and interacting with each other and finding that balance. And that's when we can really make that difference in our lives. But I'm going to invite you today to think about boundaries, and not about boundaries as we may have thought of them in the past. Because as we're moving into this new era, we know that as we're changing within and things change without, and they are doing and they will, then we are going to be doing things differently. And boundaries, our boundaries and the way we create them are going to be quite different. The reason being that our boundaries will be created to protect our heart energy, to protect the balance of our energy. And I come back to this, A Journaling Journey Through Ascension, in chapter 14. And in this chapter, there's lots of information here. So if you wish to, you can turn to this chapter and you can spend more time and reflect on lots and lots of different ways that you can create boundaries to protect your energy. And why? It says here, and this was channeled, boundaries are crucial to you in protecting the higher vibration of energy of love within your energetic bodies. They are important in nurturing inner love. Creating them is an act of self-love. It's okay to create those boundaries. It's an act of self-love. I have to admit that as I sit here and say that, that hasn't been easy for me. As an empath, I am so sensitive to other people's energies that it's difficult for me to create boundaries, because my instinct is to respond to their needs, or, even in ways that they may not be aware of. It doesn't have to be overt in the way that, we help people. But as empaths, it's difficult to create those boundaries, and you may relate to this too. I've certainly found it very difficult. I've had some very hard lessons to get to this point, but they have been most valuable lessons. Because moving forwards, yes, the ego is still going to play an important part. The ego will still warn us of those physical dangers. The ego is going to show us so many things that we can still thank it for, and it still has a function. But our actual boundaries are to create this heart energy, the energy of you. And as this energy within you evolves, this beautiful awareness of the love within you, it needs protecting. And so that's where those boundaries need to come from. So rather than boundaries creating boundaries that the ego has always told us to protect, and it's done really well, but probably too much because it's created separation, the boundaries now are to protect that heart energy. And in the book it's got, as I say, if you want to go into this in more detail, it's got a lot of guidance here and suggestions in boundaries which you may want to create. But those boundaries to protect this energetic balance of you, your heart energy within. Those energies, those energies need protecting, that balance needs protecting. We're always taken out of balance, or another way of expressing it is out of alignment. And so it's really important that we create the boundaries to keep us in alignment, for us to be in alignment, in our energetic balance, our unique energetic balance, our authentic energetic balance, our truth. So, for example, you may want to protect this in by being aware, and this is quite obvious, but being aware of creating loving boundaries for yourself. And I'm not just, sorry, I've tried to film this several times and I can't do it without coughing at the moment, so I do apologise, but I was guided to come on and do this, so it's important that we do it. Create these loving boundaries that it's not just about, yes, as we are evolving and changing, then people naturally fall away from our lives because we're seeing things from a different perspective. But I don't want to talk about boundaries that kind of say, well, we're shutting those people out of our lives, or we're shutting this and we're doing that and we're doing that. I want these boundaries, for me personally, not to shut people out, because I want to be there in my truth. And if my truth reflects to other people their truth, we don't have to agree. We don't have to see things from the same perspective. But we are here to reflect back to each other the light within us, to help each other to remember. So I don't want to talk about boundaries where we're cutting people out. Yes, we need to cut energetic cords. Yes, we do. Yes, we do move on. That's absolutely fine. But the boundaries I'm talking about are the boundaries where we're aware that we need to create a space where we can nourish this love within us, this connection within us. So if that means avoiding situations or environments or people to create boundaries, that's fine. But this isn't about separation. Do you see what I'm saying? I'd love your comments below and your opinion on this. But in here, it just says, we've got some examples here. It is imperative to create boundaries which allow you to be in your space of peace. Because this is the gateway to your soul. It's important to create boundaries which allow you to be more present in your life. This is where the peace is, when we are fully present. So for me, I've had to create a lot of boundaries around my time and how I spend my time and what I focus on. And if we're talking about being present, for example, and creating boundaries so that we can be more present in our lives, then it's having that awareness, yes, that we, mobile phones distract us. There's lots of distractions, the media, so on and so on and so on. But it's you creating that awareness for yourself. What are these things in my life that are creating distractions or not allowing me to be present or not allowing me to be in peace? What are those distractions? What boundaries do you need to create? On this journey, I'm just reading a bit from here, On this journey, allow yourself to create boundaries so you can be in the energy of you, your authenticity. Boundaries which allow you to be you. Likewise, allow others to just be. When appropriate, hold space for them. When you need to create boundaries for yourself, don't hold space. It's all about you and your awareness and you using your discernment in what you need to be in the energy of you and to protect this heart energy. But be aware, because in the book as well I've written about this, and you may hear other spiritual teachers talking about this, because often people trigger us, and when people trigger us we automatically respond, create boundaries. So those boundaries might be in the form of reacting to that trigger. But as we're moving forwards and boundaries are changing, because that trigger is going to affect your energy. And if you trigger other people and they respond to you, that's going to affect your energy and take you out of balance. But just be aware that how you respond to triggers. There's a lot more detail in here to support you with this. But those triggers are literally telling you where you need to heal to evolve, what you need to release of the ego. So creating boundaries from triggers, it's having that awareness that yes, I need to create a boundary from that trigger, but I'm also learning from that trigger. So I'm not responding from the ego and in the way I would do before. I'm going into the heart center, and from the heart center, I'm literally giving thanks for that trigger and reacting to it in a way that is more beneficial to myself, that I learn from, and if necessary, and I choose to, I put my boundary up to that trigger. I put that, if it's somebody who's triggering you or a situation or an environment, it's creating those boundaries in that way to protect your heart energy, to protect how you are evolving on this journey, to protect that balance within, to protect your journey of divine inner self-love, which then is one. This inner love is one. So boundaries are so important. Really important. And as you become aware of your healing and releasing that you're doing in these triggers, you will notice that you're not triggered anymore and that you don't need the same boundaries as well. So all the time it's being observant. This is self-mastery. When we talk about self-mastery, creating these boundaries is self-mastery. So it's all about that self-mastery and being aware of the boundaries. But there are more in here as well about responding to our needs and so on and so forth. And even when we're, at the moment, and I've got this, I've had a chest infection and it's turned into a cough. And my body is telling me things about bringing in that balance and for me to respond more to my own needs. I'm hands up. It's something I'm working on. So yeah, think about creating balance. We need to create that balance, but think about the boundaries as well that need to be created for you to do this. And just be really loving with yourself and compassionate with yourself, This isn't about judgment. We're moving away from judgment. And even in creating those boundaries, we're not judging other people. We're not judging other situations, or we're not making judgments in that way anymore. We're simply responding to our needs to protect our heart energy. and that's it. And I just invite you now to breathe into your heart center. Just enjoy these beautiful rays as well coming through the window. And as you breathe into your heart center, become aware of a golden yellow light in your heart center. This beautiful yellow light within your heart begins to expand. And with each breath, become aware of how your heart is activated and this beautiful energy of you within, this beautiful golden yellow light, this energy of joy, this energy of wisdom, and creating boundaries to protect this energy of love. And become aware of how this starts to expand. And as it expands beyond your chest, on each out-breath, it expands and moves all around you. And you find that you are sat in this beautiful golden and yellow light, in a bubble of golden and yellow light. And in this space, I offer you these words. And these words have been channeled only this morning from El Morya. Your aim is to be in the authentic energy of you. This is where each part of you belongs, unified as one. The universe, which you and the earth are one. Call it the universe, the creator, source. Call it God. It is love. And our boundaries now are around this. Our boundaries are protecting this energy of love within us. That connection of the universe, Mother Earth, God, Allah, whatever you want to use, whichever name, whatever relationship you have with the connection within you, with yourself. Whatever that connection is and that relationship, the energy of love within you, because that is personal to you. No one can tell you about that relationship. That's personal to you. But that love within you, that connection within you, when we are in balance, that's the energetic place where we are. It's love, peace, joy, grace, flow. And when life takes us out of alignment, as it often does, we can bring ourselves back into balance. And I invite you just to simply, particularly with triggers, when you come across that you're triggered and that's affecting your balance, just to move into your heart energy, as we did then, to move into your heart energy and to connect with that beautiful golden yellow energy within your heart and see that golden yellow energy grow and watch it grow and watch it expand. And as it expands all around you, just become aware. Now, sometimes it's difficult to know. Yes, we use our discernment, our intuition, and creating the boundaries that we want to create. But I invite you, and again in the book, Journaling Journey Through Ascension, there's a meditation that you can use moving into the heart center. And so that's got more detail there, and it's a much longer meditation that you can access. But I invite you now to just move into your heart center and receive the guidance within your heart center of any boundaries that you feel that you need to make now. And it may be that that's not clear to you, but when we move into the heart center, that is where our guidance is. That's our connection, our inner compass. So I invite you now, have your journal ready, because when we finish this meditation, you can use your journal just to journal on which boundaries you need to create, you feel you need to create at the moment to protect your heart energy. So not from the ego, but from the energy of the heart. Okay. So just make yourself comfortable and begin to breathe in. Breathing in this beautiful golden and yellow light all around you. And as you breathe in this beautiful yellow and golden light, be aware of how it fills your heart space. And from your heart space, it expands into every part of your body. It expands into your mind, the energy body of your mind, this beautiful golden yellow energy. It expands and fills every muscle in your face, your neck, down your arms, into your fingertips. It expands down your spine, down to your root chakra at the base of your spine. This beautiful golden and yellow energy we're being gifted with today moves into your solar plexus, giving you the strength, the courage, the confidence to create boundaries for you, loving boundaries. It expands down, down, down into your sacral, filling your stomach, filling your emotional energy body. And continues to fill your physical energy body, moving down, down, down your legs. And you become aware of golden and yellow roots growing down now from underneath your feet and growing deep down into Mother Earth. And as you become aware of Mother Earth's energies and connect with her energies, you are invited to bring up from a beautiful, being given a citrine crystal in the center of Mother Earth. Just allow your roots to wrap around this crystal. And this beautiful yellow energy is moving up your roots, up your legs, up into your root chakra, your sacral, your solar plexus, and into your heart center. You become aware of a golden thread coming down through your ascension chakras, through your soul star chakra just above your head, down through your crown, your third eye, your throat, and into your heart center. And as these energies meet, I invite you, if you wish, to place your hand on your heart. And ask this question of your higher self. Your inner compass. What boundary or boundaries do I need to create to protect the energy of my heart? To be in the energetic balance of me, my truth. When you are ready, I invite you to breathe deeply into your sacral. And release. Become aware of your roots. Deep down in Mother Earth. Your connection with Mother Earth. Become aware of the environment you are in, any sounds, smells. When you are ready, gently open your eyes. Boundaries. You can create those boundaries now. You can write an intention, but even more important, that intention is energy. That intention, when it's said from the heart center, is energy. Putting out to the universe that will listen to you. But it's also important that we act on it. So as you're journaling, I invite you also, and you can go back into the energy of your heart if you wish, just to receive any more information if you need any guidance on how to act on this too. You can use that meditation as many times as you like, as often as you like, to create your boundaries. And there's also a lot in here that can help you too. The meditation in here is much longer, and there's other suggestions to help you, other questions to ask your inner guidance to assist you with this. Anyway, I'm going to leave you so that you can relax now, spend a moment in reflection, but don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Like. Share. and subscribe. And I will see you again next week.